Hi everyone. Recently, for work, I made a quick trip to Darwin. I stayed there for about 3 days, and I thought in today's video I'll just show you the quick highlights of what you can see there. So I stayed very close to the airport. I stayed at the Mercure Hotel, which is a combination of about three hotels, and it's got lots of rooms, a swimming pool. Good enough place to stay, but I rented a car to go around Darwin, which I feel that you must. The first place I hit was the Mindle Beach Market, where people normally go to enjoy the local cuisines and watch the sunset on the beach. It's normally open from Thursdays to Sundays, but make sure that you check whether it's open or not before you go there. It wasn't too much of a drive from where I was staying, but it was a great place to just get together with the local people who had come there to enjoy the sunset and enjoy the produce and the food that was on offer there. So you can take cash or you can also pay by card. The next place we went to was the Litchfield National Park, which is one of the most popular natural attractions in the Northern Territory of Australia. It's about 100 kilometers southwest of Darwin, and it is known for its stunning waterfalls, swimming holes, unique magnetic termite mounds, and rugged sandstone in escarpments, which I will show you. You go down these steps to see one of the waterfalls, so you have to drive around a little bit, so you need a car for of course. And when you go down the steps, you can go and see different waterfalls. I went to the Wangi Falls and the Bluey Rock Hole and the Florence Falls. I will show you what the Wangi Falls looks like. So it's one of the most famous with year-round swimming. Sometimes even it's closed in the wet season due to crocodile management, but otherwise when you go there, you'll see it's beautiful, pristine waters. You could see people swimming there. You have to swim, so make sure you take a change of clothes and you have a swim in the water there. It's fantastic. You can see the beautiful waterfalls there, and then you just pretty much walk out of this waterfall and you can drive to the next waterfall. You can also go to the Bluey Rock Hole, where normally school kids came when I was there to swim, but you can go there with your family as well. Very pleasant. The monsoon forest, the sandstone plateaus, the savanna woodlands. Great place. We could see lots of birds, and apparently you can also see fruit bats, wallabies, and plenty of reptiles. But it's safe. The next thing we saw, which was very interesting, was termite mounds. And this park is home to huge termite mounds, some over even 2 to 5 meters tall, and they're aligned north south like giant compasses to regulate temperature. Apparently, what I was told by the local guide there is that the mounds can go up to 2 to 3 meters. They are thin and flat. They're always aligned north south like giant natural magnetic compass, and which this orientation helps them to regulate temperature inside the mound and minimize exposure to the intense midday sun while maximizing morning and evening warmth. These mounds are made from soil, termite saliva, and dung, which creates a cement like structure. They look like giant towers and they're massive, and there are so many of them. You can actually see it pretty much most of your drive through the Litchfield National Park, which is also a massive area. The mounds, they act as the termites' air conditioning skyscrapers, maintaining humidity and temperature for the colony. And inside are millions of termites farming fungus, raising young, and recycling plant materials. So if you go to Litchfield National Park, it's one of the best spots to see the magnetic termite mounds standing in fields like a graveyard of giant headstones. Their cathedral mounds are also scattered along highways and even in the bush near Darwin. They are not just impressive to look at, they are also an example of extraordinary natural engineering adapted to the tropical savanna climate. Make sure when you go there, you take lots of photographs. This is, I think, one of the tallest one, which is about 5 meters high. So it was kept a bit separate from the other termite mounds, and it was fenced. Of course, you should not be touching or going inside the mound or fence to see it. The next stop and the final stop we made was to the Humpty Doo Tavern. This tavern is very popular, and lots of people go there, locals as well as tourists, a bit away from the main highway where we drove to see the national park, but it's worth a visit. The food was great. I, of course, didn't experiment much, but I can show you what my colleague had, and you can gamble there. You can have a few drinks. You can also buy some souvenirs. A very popular spot also for people who visit there, as well as seafarers who come on ships there. What my colleague had was a trio of sliders. So this was fish, the other one, this was crocodile. Apparently it tastes like chicken, and then this was buffalo. I of course went safe and had a fish tacos, but which you can see is right next to that plate. But really worth going to this place and having a stopover, just experience the culture. You must have a car so that you can drive around. Otherwise, I'm not sure how the public transport is, but let me know how your trip was.